Yeah.
Ain't no ball like beat.
Probably down a little bit, kind of high. Yeah, sounds perfect. What's up? Yeah, we're back. Emos, the Witness, the F.I.L.L Show, episode 16. Good afternoon or good morning, America. How y'all doing out there today? Hot new political perspective show for your ears, your eyes, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Live, 10 to 11 a.m. Wave 1 Media. Check me out. Emos, the Witness, with my man Malik and Wyatt, two of the hardest working individuals in media. Come check us out, 120 East Market Street. Hot new political show, current events, live, get into all the issues and dynamics. So let's get into it, Malik. Let's cut down this strong beat, bring us some mellow background music. Let's get into the news of the day. It's Friday, happy way through the week. We're here at the weekend, it's here. A lot to talk about. I mean, this shit writes itself, I could just read a few articles, scan a few headlines, and I just know exactly what it's talking about. I know exactly where we're headed, in today's society. But we're headed down a perilous path. And me as your witness, I'm here to tell you all about it. So let's journey together. Let's witness this world together. Let's dissect the various views and issues of the day, all across the political spectrum, all across the social aspects of society, in business, in Hollywood, sports. We're gonna bring it to you live, yo. This is like that new show, that new fresh show that we're growing together. We'll be witnesses. I'm like that dad who came home, after 10 years of hoeing in the streets, that family of two waiting on you to get back, let you get it all out your system. They finally accept you back. You're back in the house. That's what this show's about. This show is growing, and we're healing, we're growing, we're fixing, we're getting better. Yeah, Daddy still gets the phone calls in the middle of the night. He still has the lipstick on the collar, but he's home though, right? Fights in the parking lot, in the driveway of the house. Mommy and Daddy going at it, but Daddy's home. So let's grow together, y'all. Let's be witnesses. Let's dissect this world. Let's see who tells us the truth. Is Daddy telling the truth? Is Daddy home for good? I'm home for good, y'all. Emos the Witness. Hit that subscribe button. If you missed my live show on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you can catch me on YouTube. So subscribe. Hit that notification bar. You can stay on top of all the new articles and events and videos that I post. You can hit me on the live chat also during the show. I'll talk to you. I'll reach out to you. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Live you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to say Parler because I believe in you, Parler. I think you'll be back. I think you'll fight back. I know that big tech is censoring Parler, censoring everybody. You can't say anything about anything regarding the election if you're not on the right side of the media. And we're going to get into all that. Like I said, a lot to talk about. My views and my standpoints aren't really mainstream. But I promise you, I aim to be a guide. I aim to be a referee. I don't want to steer my views and my perspectives on you, but I'm going to have to from time to time. They're going to ooze out. But we need to be witnesses together. We need to go through these issues and find out who's on our side. And that's what the aim is. So it's not about the messenger. It's about the message. Okay? I'm Emos the Witness, live downtown 120 East Market Street. Wave 1 Media. Check me out live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Check me out, baby. Wave 1 Media. So let's get into it. Some of the headlines of the day. Daddy's back home, y'all. I'm getting better. I got one cell phone now, not two, not the one in the glove box. So, some articles out here, again, like I said, checking out some Yahoo scanning. Capitol riot police findings deliver fresh blow to Trump. Survey found that 89% of Americans oppose the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, with 70% saying the president bears at least some responsibility for it. Just read a little bit about that, man. Like I said, my last episode, I mentioned, whoever put this protest together, like this is a pre-planned protest. A lot of things you heard in the media. Like I told you, man, I don't condone anything that happened on January 6th. I don't condone any deaths or any destruction of property. A lot of people, 5 people lost their lives, and I say that again to the summer of riots that occurred, where 36 people died across the country in various cities. But I always ask, what does a protest look like? When do we fight back against issues that we don't seem to have a voice for? And the media, they have a tendency to create the narrative. And when you go a couple of weeks to create a narrative where you're attacking American citizens for protesting, and you're blaming it on the president based on a tweet or based on a phone call to a Georgia governor, you can tell that it's political in nature. You can tell that's a PR stunt. One way you can tell that is the government or the Washington Attorney General, or those who are in charge of the city and the riots and protests, aren't pressing any charge against the president. They're using a statement from the president to say he incited a riot. In the exact statement they're using, he used the word peaceful. And I've showed you 6 different Democrats over the years who have incited violence, and nothing's been made of it. Today you have an impeachment of the president for the second time, while Americans are suffering. That's the number one topic of the day or number one agenda for the new Congress in office, the new class of Congress people. Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. And so based on all that, you now have a poll here that is saying that 9 out of 10 Americans oppose the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. 7 in 10 say Donald Trump bears at least some responsibility for it. And the majority of a new ABC News Washington Post poll, 56%, favors efforts in Congress to bar him from holding elected office again. Man, there must be some serious skeletons in the closet. I mean, we've all seen presidents come and go, right? I mean, look at this. I mean, if there's a new president-elect and the job is done, why are you still attacking the previous president? He's on his way out in 5 days. You want to bar him from holding elected office again? Man, he must have some serious secrets, though. You must have some serious secrets you're trying to hide, and you're worried about a post-Trump presidency. You worry about a leader who has 74 million people at his disposal, that has probably more than that, who is so influential that Twitter and Facebook are instantly losing shares in value and market shares and market value because of his absence. See, the Democrats and the media are potentially digging their own graves. Same for the establishment Republicans, right? See, I'm getting on a tangent, you guys. I was about to go through the news of the day, and now I'm here on my soapbox. Because this shit writes itself. I can take my notes and just toss them out the window. I can just sit here and just talk to you guys about what's going on in the political spectrum, the chess matches, what's going on leading up to January 20th. Because we're going to still see more fireworks. And America knows it. The world knows it. The media knows it. But are they feeding you the right information? Are they directing you? Are they leading you? What are they leading you towards? Surprises, right? Why? What's their goal? What's their agenda? They want to divide us? They want civil war? They want to lessen our powers, our freedoms? They want us to be more subjugated, more global, like China? Who's leading the world? Who's leading the country? What changes do we see in a post-Trump world? Something's coming, right? But again, when you promote a narrative where you're lecturing the American people on destruction of property or what they're doing, the media is now taking the effort now to control the narrative of what a protest looks like, on who can protest, up and down. Because they sure didn't have this heated rhetoric in this past summer when Antifa and Black Lives Matter was going rampant in each country, holding cities hostage. When you had elected officials and local government officials, not doing anything to stop it. Where were you then when 36 people died? Where were you when cops and police were dying then? When we had burnings of buildings and looting and rioting, but you called it peaceful. Now, yeah, I did see American flags out there on January 6th. I saw some Confederate flags out there. I saw a diverse mix of Americans. including the Air Force veteran who died. And I also seen people on the high horse like Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors and Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich on their platforms just spewing rhetoric, lecturing the American people on what they need to do as far as protecting their freedoms and how they go about doing it. Well, you explain to me, what does a protest look like, whether it's patriotic or peaceful? Because last summer, y'all called what was going on this summer peaceful. And I saw fiery buildings and shooting and rocks and cannons and every night on CNN and the various channels. So what's a protest look like? Are you guys oversaturating us with bullshit? I can't even stand to look at a mainstream media show longer than 5 minutes because the bullshit is so thick. You guys don't see this? What the fuck I look like, Phil Show? Hit that like, subscribe button. We live downtown every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 10 to 11 a.m. Wave 1 Media. Check me out, baby. Hit that subscribe button. Let's dig into these issues. Let's ask why. Let's be witnesses. See, I read one article, man, and I just spew for about a good 10 minutes because it's just so... the nonsense, the bullshit writes itself. So let me move on. I'm not really jumping around because you think that I was probably talking about politics, and I was. But I really want to talk about the news of the day, and that was the first headline. But I'm excited, you guys. Football playoff season's here. Who you got? Let me know. Who's gonna win it all? Who's winning AFC? Who's gonna win NFC? Got a hot slate of games coming up. Got old Baker versus Mahomes. Who's gonna win that? You got the Bills versus the Ravens. Got Brady coming back out. Got the Rams. Can the Rams beat the Packers? That defense looks pretty tough, but they got a quarterback. They got quarterback issues. What's gonna happen? I think we got Tampa. Is that Tampa versus the Saints, right? The Saints had their numbers all season. Was Tampa playing chess, kind of playing coy, that Ali rope-a-dope, but they ready to beat him with 3 times a charm? I'll tell my man why. My prediction is probably Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers gets his second title, this second Super Bowl this year. He goes down to his legendary status. I'm not a Packers fan, but just the way the stars are lining up, I see Lamar Jackson beating the Bills. I see Kansas City and beating the Browns, and I see the Ravens squeezing out a tough one, a close one against the lackadaisical. Not lackadaisical. I think the Chiefs might kind of slip up early, and I think we might see the Ravens steal that. And I think we might see a young Lamar Jackson versus a savvy veteran Aaron Rodgers, with Tom Brady kind of losing at the last minute to Green Bay. In a great first year in the NFC start for the Bucks. But I do see a Green Bay versus Ravens Super Bowl with the Packers taking it all. So very excited, man. I got my DraftKings already, ready to bet. Sorry, man. I'm not a degenerate, but I really love these moments, and I like to be a part of it, keep a little skin in the game. So at Emos the Witness F.I.L.L. show, like I said, this show is growing. We want to bring new perspectives and new aspects and new topics, and one will be sports, and just light little talk about it. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the Super Bowl. Who's gonna win? AFC, NFC, and the whole thing. But let's get back to it, you guys. Let's get back to some of these articles. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, my chat, website coming soon. emoswinners.com. But until then, you can catch me live downtown every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, live at Wave 1 Media, 120 East Market Street. Emos the Witness, baby. So yeah, I was looking into this article about XRP, but I'll just kind of bypass that because apparently, let's get into it. I own some XRP stock, and anybody know about that? That's a cryptocurrency. Recent article about them. They got a couple SEC lawsuit issues. Grayscale Investments, the world's largest digital currency asset manager, announced it has begun dissolution of its Grayscale XRP Trust following the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple Labs, alleging the XRP token is a security under the federal securities law. So yeah, this stock to me was projected to kind of go up to about like $5 in about 5 years. Right now it's like 32 cents as of this morning. I bought it at 19 cents. It's one of those stocks where you kind of go along with. But, it's kind of some troubles with cryptocurrency. And as you know, Bitcoin and Ethers and things like that are kind of really kicking butt right now. So if you guys are major when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency, this is something to look out for. I think XRP does bounce back. I think that is having a little. Let's see, cash proceeds for the trust liquidated will be distributed to shareholders. I currently use the Coinbase platform, and so obviously Grayscale is divesting. So we'll see what comes of that with XRP. It's a pretty strong stock. Pretty strong crypto. It previously was, but now it has a lot of bad press. So you gotta keep track of what's going on with cryptocurrency and how politics plays. If you notice that when it was confirmed that Biden would be elected president, you kind of see that. You see people hedging their U.S. dollars by investing in cryptocurrencies, protecting against that dollar. That value might drop. We're seeing inflation, man. We're seeing a rise in globalism as a result of a new change in leadership, and one of those headwinds that we see is a rise in China. And I've always bring up China and Fang and the crew. They put a nice assault on the American people. We had our warrior Trump in there battling against the Chinese government. But you must say, I have 5 more days to confirm it fully, but I will say it now. I will start to say it though. Looks like China is your 2020 or 2016 to 2020 rather trade war champs. They've done a lot of things, man. They brought spies out here. They brought out Fang. They brought out spies to go after Dianne Feinstein and various Democratic leaders. They did tit for tat on trade policies with the United States during the Trump administration's tenure. We battled back with a few trade policies, banning embassies, banning Chinese politicians from traveling to the United States, and various companies not being able to sell on the stock exchange. But that's been reversed since the change in leadership. Wall Street is now opening up to China's businesses and companies. So you see how politics can sway, how leadership can sway various industries. Everybody's bought and sold, man, and we have to dig into the corruption together as witnesses. But yeah, like I said, China's your trade war champs, y'all. Looks like it, and you're seeing the changes in our global policies, in our currency, in our economics. But can we clean it all up? Is it too late? Look at this article right here. The MIT professor charged with hiding work for the Chinese government. This is your news now, China 4. We read about this out of Boston. A Massachusetts Institute MIT professor was charged Thursday with hiding work he did for the Chinese government while he was also collecting U.S. dollars for his nanotechnology research. And see, now they digging into nanotechnology. Yang Chen, 56, was arrested by federal agents at his home in Cambridge on charges including wire fraud, officials said. While working for MIT, Chen entered into undisclosed contracts and held appointments with Chinese entities, including acting as an overseas expert for the Chinese government at the request of the People's Republic of China consulate office in New York, authorities said. Many of those roles were expressed intended to further the PRC's scientific and technological goals, authorities said in court documents. Man, that's enough. I don't need to read anything more to you. They were relentless. And again, I don't attack the American people. I don't attack the Chinese people. This is about the government entities all around the world and their corruption and what they aim to do for the world and people in society. And here at Emos the Witness, we aim to expose that. And this is another example. And I really don't know. Politics, like I told you, politics is a dirty game. Do we say slap on the wrist, China? You can't do this? Or we say, damn, man, you just playing the game well. You play the game really well. You had a plan in place, including bringing some spies out here. You got MIT professors throwing you out nanotechnology information and research. Weakening America, strengthening your country. I applaud that. What are we doing over here, though? We're investigating one another. We're attacking each other. We're trying to get power from one another. We're walking in quicksand. We got big tech censoring. We got potentially corrupt elections. that can't get any real review, really any real investigations. We have a divided country, and we have to unite. I have to really pause and make sure I include that in my show rhetoric, because I want to expose the truth and bring out truth to power and corruption and call out these issues and these politicians and everybody in social in the world. I mean, in local, well, in the country, and leaders in businesses and the like. I want to call them out, but at the same time, we want to come together. So it's like accountability plus, let's hold hands, right? But I don't know. There's a lot of vindictiveness. There's a lot of issues going on the Democrat Republican side where it doesn't seem like there's going to be any peacemaking anytime soon. People talk about retaliation. Republicans getting censored. You got people being identified in pictures of this person was in the protest. This person was in the protest. He lives here. Let's go get him. Where was that this summer? You got where American people are in fear to even protest anymore. Just pull out a video. They're gonna find you. Maybe face recognition. All because you want to protest your rights, because your views are not being represented per the politicians you elected. Going on a rant, y'all, but there's a lot at stake. So I need you to hit that like button. I need you to subscribe. I need you to tune into my show live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wave 1 Media, 120 East Market Street. Emos, the Witness, the F.I.L.L. Show, episode 16. Stands for what the fuck I look like. So what the fuck we look like, America? That silent majority, are we gonna take this? Are we gonna take our country being raped, I guess? What, by the Chinese? By globalist America? By establishment Republicans who don't have your best interests at heart? I argue there's only a very few minimum amount of politicians that have the American people true intentions in their heart, that they really care about our values and our principles. So what do we do about that when you're represented by limited representation in government? You do what the American people have always done. You hold on to your values. You continue to go to church. You continue to teach your children when education is iffy. Don't rely on the government for help. If you don't need it, you push. You pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You hold on to those values. You hold tight. You protect the Constitution. They can't take those things away. They can sway you. They can con you into changing your beliefs. But if you hold on to those things, man, no matter how many laws they change, the American people will always prevail. And that's what the whole world needs to understand. American society in this country has led this nation and led this world, not based solely on economic and shrewd values, shrewd political moves, but it's because of the people and the mix that we have and the dynamics that we represent, the core values that we hold tight. And they're being attacked, America. And we need more people speaking out about it. Your freedom of speech, your freedom to protest, your freedom to right to bear arms. That's what I'm talking about. When I told you, when I talk about those elected officials who try to change your policies, and those people behind them that back them. In whatever industry you're referring to, however much money they have, those are the theys. Okay? The people like to sway and change you up and say, man, who are you talking about? Who is they? Well, that's they, you motherfuckers. So, okay, sorry for the language. Sorry. Wasn't gonna cuss that much. Let's move on. Let's get a little more structure going on. So, like I said, let's get into the COVID. I'm gonna read you the most recent stats of the COVID, the virus, and where we stand. This is, like I said, you know my position on this topic. But before I get into that, currently in Indiana, as of today, there are 582,000 cases of COVID in Indiana, with a 4,381 increase. There are 9,202 deaths, 39 increase from yesterday. As of a country, we're at 23.4 million cases of COVID, 238,000 increase as of yesterday. Total deaths, 389,000, with an increase of 3,973 as of yesterday. Worldwide, as the world turns. We have 93.2 million cases, 51.5 million people have recovered, and we're standing as a world at 2 million deaths from COVID. Some news I found interesting today, Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine could be a game changer if it works. Let's read a little bit about what's going on with Johnson & Johnson. A new vaccine may be on the way. As you know, the Pfizer vaccine requires 2 doses. It looks like this Johnson & Johnson new vaccine requires only 1. So let's see. We will know soon whether Johnson & Johnson's version of the coronavirus vaccine works as well as the 2 vaccines already in use. But it's not just another vaccine, it's way different. Okay. First, Johnson & Johnson, by its sheer size, will be able to produce, it says, maybe 1 billion doses by the end of 2021. And unlike the already approved drugs, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is a single dose. Think of it this way. It would take 2 billion doses of the Moderna and the Pfizer 2-dose shots to vaccinate the same number of people. The company says it is in its final stages of analyzing the phase 3 trial involving 45,000 patients. If it all goes well, Johnson & Johnson may go before the U.S. Food and Drug Administration on January 21st for an emergency authorization. So, that was a pretty interesting quote. Unlike the vaccines from Pfizer, PFE, and Moderna mRNA, which requires a 2-dose regimen, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is being tested in a single-dose formulation. The vaccine also is not subject to the same cumbersome storage requirements as the 2 authorized vaccines. Yeah, as you know, the current vaccines that are out there, Moderna and Pfizer, they have a 2-dose solution to vaccinate the American public and emergency workers and those who are at risk. But they've been having some issues with storage and distribution. We know a couple thousands of vaccines have been expired due to poor refrigeration. Just various little hang-ups and hiccups going on with the vaccine. And you have Johnson & Johnson now coming out with a new 1-shot dose. I'm a little worried of that, because, it seems like, it's like that warm-up, you get that Pfizer, Moderna warm-up, and then that real vaccine come around the corner. They really want to give you that 1 shot from, Johnson & Johnson. And again, like people, I'm not who am I to judge? Hit that live chat. Let me know. Do you want to are you gonna take the shot? Have you been taking a shot? So far, I haven't heard too many bad reactions from the first two companies that produce the vaccine. I mean, a couple of people, my friends, have taken it for medical reasons, whether in a profession or not. The second shot has caused some irritation around the injection point and some nausea, some sluggishness, some being tired and whatnot. But I haven't heard anything real issues regarding the vaccine. So I don't want to cause any scare tactics. I don't want to push anybody towards not taking it. I believe that we need to get to herd mentality. We need to protect those who are at risk. We need to protect essential workers. But we need to open up. We need to open up as society. China's open. A lot of other countries are open. A lot of the states are open. But a lot of the liberal states and cities are still closed down, affecting the economy, ruining lives, ruining people's mental and physical health. The cure can be worse than the issue itself. It can't. So I think, me as a person, I feel like we need to open all the way up. Stadiums, malls, restaurants, bars, all of it. Open up. We've been putting these protocols and these guidelines into place for a whole year now, and the numbers have not changed. The numbers have increased. It's steady, rising. We gotta change it up. We gotta fix up. We gotta find another solution. But we need to find a solution that, at the same time, does not destroy ourselves, eating ourselves from the inside out. We gotta knock that out, you guys. We gotta be adults about this issue. Be brave. Be vigilant. I know it's tough. I know you're scared out there. We have media, certain areas of aspects of media trying to shut you down, trying to keep you back in your homes and scaring you with fear. I'm telling you guys, we gotta wake up. We gotta start thinking for ourselves. And Emos Witness, I'm here to help you do that as a referee, as your guide. The F.I.L.L show. Fuck I look like, America. So join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 10 to 11 a.m., Wave 1 Media, downtown, 120 East Market Street. If you miss me live, you can catch me on YouTube. Subscribe to my page. We're growing as a show, y'all. It's only episode 16. I've never done this before, but I feel like to lend a voice to the American diaspora, American people. So let's move on. Shit. Well, actually, let's not move on. I came to a point about Johnson & Johnson. Again, are you gonna take the shot? What are you gonna do about this? You gonna take it? But these are the same motherfuckers that got that talcum powder lawsuit. You know what I'm talking about? You Johnson & Johnson talcum, that baby powder. You know, I mean, I used to put that shit in my shoes. I used to put that shit like, you know what I'm saying, your shoes before you went to church. You know what I'm saying? Lather that shit up all over your chest. Your whole body just white like Casper. I used to go to my grandma in her bedroom and she had all that shit all over her body. But like, damn, Nana, what you doing? You just made 5 cakes downstairs. You mean to tell me I come up here, you still here shifting flour? Making 10 more cakes? I ain't shit. You ain't gotta do all this, Nana. You ain't got, Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving, but damn. Just Johnson & Johnson all over the body. I think I'm gonna apply for that lawsuit, man. So you think about that. Johnson & Johnson, the talcum powder crew, got a new vaccine coming out, okay? And every night I see a talcum powder commercial lawsuit. Shit, them Boy Scouts got it bad, don't they? You know, the more Boy Scout commercials I see, if you've been touched by a Boy Scout troop leader, you know how bad you must have really got it, man. That motherfucking commercial be on every hour, about an hour. That's the severity of what happened the last 30 years to them boys. I was like, shit, I went camping a couple times. I've been in a couple of summer camps back in like 5th grade, 4th grade. Shit, I need to damn near go get tested. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn near, like, they need those white COVID tents set up right out from the YMCAs. And just, if you felt you've been touched by a motherfucking band leader, a troop leader, take your ass to one of them white tents. Sit up in there, get that motherfucking shit under your tongue, answer a few questions. So was your suit brown or blue? But that motherfucker was blue, sir. And I don't remember shit else. Right? Think about that, man. The more lawsuits you see from like fucking Catholic Church, Boy Scouts of America, talcum powder, that's how bad that shit was. Go get tested, man. You got 2 tests to take at least. You got a Boy Scout test and you got a COVID test to take. So hey, just what I'm saying, just be vigilant, be mindful, but just know what you're injecting in your body. And you got another vaccine on the way from Johnson & Johnson. So we'll see how that goes. So what else is going on in the world, you guys? That's the latest COVID update. Let's just kind of, like I said, stay vigilant with things. Kind of get back into, I don't really need to talk about the stimulus too much. And we all pretty much got our checks out there. You know, Biden's talking about sending another $1,400 in stimulus money for the American public. Just kind of buttering you up. Like I said, the question is, do you really need it? How does it affect our country? You know, does it secure more power for the Democrats when they butter you up with these incentives? I mean, shit. Well, you must be nervous about something. You must be guilty of something. Do you want to keep offering us these things and keep bashing the previous president? You already won the election, right? So, you know, that's just one thing that I kind of like want to look out for when it comes to what the new administration offers the American public. But as far as the stimulus goes, we got checks being doled out. Like I said, I think, you know, as I said in previous episodes, kind of being light on this topic. If you didn't get your money by the 15th, which is today, you have to apply for it as a recovery credit in your taxes when you file for your 2020 taxes. You'll get either a refund or you get a deduction in what you owe based on that. But then, of course, like I said, we'll see what the new administration does as far as a new stimulus package. But that's currently how we're doing with the $600 credit or payments that went out to the American public. And also, we have PPP rolling out. I think I'll give you an update on stimulus on Monday, but I know the guidelines were supposed to come out this week regarding PPP. A lot of people who applied the first time are in the process of applying for a second time, getting the applications ready. So you should get yours ready too. So when that portal does open up, you're able to apply for PPP funding for your business. And again, EIDL grant 10,000 is already open, that portal. So if you're interested in that grant for your business, make sure you go out there and start applying through SBA.gov. So that's a stimulus update for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to get back into politics. I want to show you, like I said, I want to talk about just a little bit more about what to expect from your new leadership, your new congressional class. And like I said, man, I didn't really jump too much into big tech today, like I wanted to, but I'm gonna keep diving and keep attacking, what they're doing, and under our noses, and using the storming the Capitol as an excuse to clamp down on free speech. They're controlling the narrative, you guys. This just show you what you can see and what you can't see. Look at my phone. Cut my phone down. But here's an article, man, from Ocasio-Cortez, man, about, boy, she has a great influence, man. And this is from The Hill. Okay, Ocasio-Cortez Congress looking into ways to rein in disinformation. Let me see if we can pull that up and we get a chance. That's the article about Ocasio-Cortez from The Hill. Yeah, that one. Now, this lady is dynamic in all kind of ways, man. She came on the scene back in, I don't know, probably before 2016. I'm not sure who's backing her, but I think the Young Turks brought her out, man. I think what I read in the past, she won like a competition, a political competition for like the next leadership for Young Democrats, I guess, and she was backed by the Young Turks, who was a liberal leading group, who actually embarrassed themselves in 2016 during the election when they was very heavy against Trump, and they were shocked on election night. But they create this manifestation, this new character called Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and I'm gonna fact check all that, man. But that's what I read a while ago, so I'm kind of off the dome with what I just told you guys. But I'll bring that back to you guys, her background, her backdrop. And like I mentioned, I think that after January 20th, when Biden is officially sworn in, is when I will start rolling out that who's who in Congress and business and society, who's who, where we get digging deep into these leadership backgrounds, and we find out who they are and what they're all about, and see if they're on our side truly or not. But anyway, this is an article from The Hill about plans from your rep, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. On Tuesday, took part in an Instagram live Q&A during which she said Congress was looking into media literacy initiatives following the deadly Capitol attack on Wednesday that fueled by misinformation. I do think that several members of Congress in some of my discussions have brought up media literacy because that is a part of what happened here, Ocasio-Cortez said during the event. And we're going to have to figure out how we ran in our media environment so that you can't just spew disinformation and misinformation. It's one thing to have differing opinions, but it's another thing entirely to just say things that are false. Ocasio-Cortez makes a statement around, well, that's a video part question. She has Instagram. She has a video talking about that, but I don't need to play that. Social media giants like Twitter and Facebook have long been targeted by critics who say they have not done enough to stamp out misinformation online. These companies have often erred in the side of restraint, saying it is not their place to determine what people are allowed to say. That's bullshit. We've seen a summer of censorship from these guys, a whole year of it. We just seen what they've done to our leader. If they don't like what someone says, they would lessen your likes. They would dox you, not dox you. They would lessen your likes. They would clamp on what people can see regarding your video. They would suspend your account. There's been reports and there's been surveys and articles and reviews and of these big tech companies suppressing conservative personalities in general on their sites. I mean, they have the right to do that, like I told you, because it's a private company. But like I told you, at what point do the American people push back? Do our leaders in government push back? If you're so big that you sway election opinions, when you're that big, you can control people's thoughts and actions, and you can stop people from expressing their viewpoints. How big can you get? And you can be private and get away with it? So we need to find alternatives. See, I was saying we're going to get into big tech, and I got into big tech. So you need to find alternatives, or you need to kind of break this shit up. So we tried to break that up and bring back Section 320, or repeal it. It didn't work. So, we got a big tech running rampant right now. And what's the future going to hold for that? What's it going to look like? Fuck I look like? Hit that subscribe button. Emos the Witness, episode 16. Catch me live, Wave 1 Media, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 11. Hot political perspective, y'all. Let's call out truth to power. Let's speak about these various issues. Let's get down to it. You know, bitch, I want you to like my chat, like the subscribe button. Let's talk about it. Your views and your opinions matter to me. But back to this article from Ocasio-Cortez. There's a gentleman that makes a statement regarding I want to see if I can find this. It was a very important quote about I wanted to hear. I wanted to share with you guys. It's almost like this article didn't even. Well, what's concerning about this article and what Ocasio-Cortez aims to do? It's frustrating now because what she's pretty much trying to do is government and Congress to control what is considered to be true or false in media. They're controlling the narrative. They now want to create a commission that reviews the media and the misinformation that they are projecting, so that they can play judge. See, there's a battle to control the narrative. It's a battle to control the message.
Monkey.
For several reasons. One, for power. There's going to be a one-sided view always in your face, and you already see it now. It's an oversaturation of the message from mainstream media, and I encourage you, I implore you, if you got a gift of gab, if you're able to speak your mind, you have an opinion, you should come out here and create a show, a platform, somehow, while you still can. Voice your opinion, your message. Because right now I told you, our values are being attacked. People are going into society, going into the future with voter integrity not intact. People still want to review. People still have claims and issues. They want answers. You know, there's a lot of American people on the other side of the aisle that are saying, hey man, look, we already investigated this election. Okay? We already had court cases that have been dismissed. Okay, understood. You know, we've seen it all in the media that, you know, what these claims, you know, this from this side talking, what these claims have done, referring to last week on the 6th, as a result of these pushing of these claims of election fraud, that this is the reason why people storm the Capitol and why we have this quote unquote to be lectured about protesting. You know, by those do-gooders in society, by those pencil pushers, by those Stacey Abrams, you know what I'm saying, by these people who used to be hall monitors in high school. You know what I'm saying? Telling you how to protest. Telling you who's protesting. They're all Trump supporters. No, they're American people. They're your neighbors. They're your friends. They're your family that believe in this country and where it's headed. They're worried about it. And look, I bet you, this is the standpoint. Okay, listen clearly. It's not about who your president is, was, or who is going to become president. It's about the values of your voter integrity. That when you go to the election office and when you go to the polls, that you know that when you push that button, or you fill out that ballot sheet, that your voice is heard. And right now there is doubt, and all they're asking for is a thorough review, a thorough investigation of all these matters. Calm their hearts and mind before 2022. Okay, if not, you're gonna see continued protests. You're gonna see continued investigations. You're gonna see those things. There's no different than what you saw these past 4 years. We need unity. But right now, we're not headed down that way. We're headed towards retaliation. Like I mentioned, there's articles out there about that. This shit writes itself, America. And we gotta sort through it all together as witnesses. Don't kill the messenger. I just see it as I see it. This shit is, and these articles are in my face. This is how I interpret it. So you show me something different. When you say all these lawsuits have been rejected, when you say, you know, this has already been reviewed, I understand that. But then when I see a document regarding Dominion voting systems, when I see a document when I see sworn affidavits signed under threat of penalty of perjury that state otherwise, can we please look at them? Can we talk about them? Can we investigate it?
Monkey.
I mean, shit, you spent 20-something million on a bogus Russian investigation. Do you see what's at stake, America? You see when the suppression, I mean, listen, what's so wrong about wanting to review these things? Your dog has already won the race. You concern me. I want to call you a treasonist when you don't want to review or check out voter integrity. That's what we're all about. What do you want to hide? What are you trying to hide? A lot. You know how many investigations are on the board, or how many investigations or issues can go away with Biden stepping into the Oval Office? All his worries go away potentially. His issue with Ukraine, his issue with China. You know, the establishment media, the establishment Republicans, the establishment Democrats, all keep their power. I mean, you see it. You see you see President Biden's cabinet. It's all the same people from years ago. Nothing new under the sun. It's not about parties, it's about the individuals. You got corrupted people on both sides of the aisle. From politics, from business, to Hollywood, to media. And as this show gets more structured, I'll be able to point those facts out to you more clearly here at Emos the Witness, the F.I.L.L Show, episode 16. And I want you guys to have a great weekend. I want you guys to have a wonderful weekend. I don't want you guys to stress anymore. I want y'all to think positive. I want y'all to go with me at this show. And know and realize that these politicians, man, we vote these people in. So we gotta use our voice and be stronger with it. Don't let the media control the narrative, control how you think, the narrative and how you think. Step up and just think for yourself and just, hey, what are they trying to sell me? What's this bullshit? What's the consequences of these thoughts? So as of this week, and as we've seen in different aspects of different issues throughout the year previously, you know, now they're attacking our freedom to protest. This is a crazy year, man. This is shit. 2021? 2021 should have came in with a damn song. 2021, 2021, 2021, 21, 21, like the most scary Halloween shit. This should be December 31st, 2020, and the next fucking date, October 1st, 2021. 2021, 2021, 2021, 21, 101. It's just the most scary shit. Cause ain't nothing changed, man. We still got the same shit. The COVID's getting worse. Numbers increasing. Our values are getting pushed away. Thrown away. We just walking down the street like everything's okay. This is a continuation, man. When is it gonna stop? 2021. That's what's going on right now, y'all. So I'm about to head up out of here, man. But like I said, I want you to have a great weekend. And I guess I'll leave you guys with this little video that I found. I don't know if I want to make a video of the topics, but I just learned that if you lay low, bulls won't attack you. They're not threatened by anything that's below them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick some ass today. Motherfuckers, where everybody go? So this bull apparently doesn't notice people around him. He ready to put on a show. But if you lay low, if you're under 5'6", this bull is on some dumb shit. He don't know who to hit. And I'm gonna get my little cousins out here. These motherfuckers are 3 feet. They knock all you motherfuckers like bowling pins. But I ain't really sweating y'all motherfuckers because y'all ain't taller than me. So he just looking around, he's sniffing. Look at that. That's amazing. I never knew that. I think they say when you see a bear, you're supposed to stand really tall, like put like a tree trunk on top of your forehead or some shit. But apparently when it comes to bulls, so them dumb motherfuckers in Pamplona in Spain running on the bulls, y'all running like crazy. All you do is go on the ground. Crawling. Look at this motherfucker. He looking so stupid. He was put on a show. He's about to spear everybody. He had a whole crowd. He said, these motherfuckers just stand up. I would knock the shit out of them. They're my friends right now. But they give me my enemies with a growth spurt. Look, these motherfuckers, I guess you say low and crawl. Look at this shit. But yeah, that's beautiful, y'all. Like I said, I don't much to share today. I just found this to be interesting. So like going forward, if you see a bull and you just lay low. Okay? Because you know why? The bullshit's getting thick, America. Right?
Monkey.
And that's an example of it. So just lay low and then you'll stay away from the bullshit. So anything about that this weekend, as we wrap it up today. I love and appreciate you guys. I want you guys to have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday live, 10 to 11, Wave One Media, Emos the Witness, and I'm out.